It's Anthony from Team Theory here. On Saturday I played a Pioneer RCQ and got first. Usually when I look online for like decks and ideas and stuff like that, there's never really like deck profiles. I can always go to MTG Goldfish, of course, or countless other sites that just give you deck reports and tournament reports and things like that. But coming from playing Yu-Gi-Oh for so many years, when an event is won, the top whatever people, depending on the size of the event, will get deck profiles. And that way you can explain why people pick certain cards over others and things like that. So I don't see many of that for Magic. So I'm going to put one out and see how it does, I guess. So during this event I played Mono Black, not Mono Black Devotion with like Peer into the Abyss and stuff like that. I decided to take the road hardest traveled, I guess is the best way to put it. So the deck is played 4th Shambling Gas to start. I felt like playing this gave me an extra turn, or put me ahead by 1, kind of like what Mirror Breaker does in the Rakdos deck. When this thing dies, it can answer small threats, or it could put me ahead by a turn. Most of the time people would not attack it or deal with it, they just kind of let it punch them for 1. It's pretty cool. I played 4 Gifted Aetherborn. This card was so good because it has 3 toughness. Mainly because Bonecrusher Giant can't kill it, and it has Death Touch and Lifelink. So you gain life because you can't really block it, because you know, unless you want to trade, it's fine. Usually it's traded with the Blood Harvester. So that was always a good trade, you know. Also, Blood Harvester can't kill this because it gives it -X, which is 2 times the blood tokens. So it's usually X is -2, still too big. So this card was like great for like almost like a pseudo wall that can attack. Best card of the day, 4 Graveyard Trespasser. Card has Ward, discard 1, 3 toughness. It has a drain effect when it attacks and when it's cast and hit the board. The Ghoul on the other side is a 4/4, which makes it even harder to kill, and eats 2 things from the graveyard. This card was single-handedly winning me games against aggro decks. My first round was against Is It Phoenix, and just kill, you know, thought sees the Phoenix, play this, eat the Phoenix, gain a life. Like, insane. Tenacious Underdog, I played 2 of it. Usually, if you're on the play and you curve into this, it'll die to like Fatal Push. If you're on the draw, this will die to Bonecrusher Giant. So you just have to blitz it out the grave, which is fine, because it lets you draw. It has, you know, gives you 3/2. It's amazing. Card's really good. And I'll explain more what this card has, like other applications. I played 2 Murderous Rider because it's got a kill effect, and I put this in here so I can shoot like Teferi, so I can deal with Liliana, Chandra, and all that other stuff. And it's a 2/3 lifelink, which means that like Bonecrusher can't kill it, so it's a good blocker and all that. This card's great. Also, after you kill something, it goes on an adventure, so it won't get thought seized, which is pretty cool. So Ayara, she's a 2/3, hard to kill, lets you draw a card. She was put in, the event started at noon, she was put in at 11:57, because I took out one of my underdogs, because when I was doing like drawing test hands, I was opening like 2 of these, and like opening 2 underdogs is like cool, but not great. Ayara actually just lets it to where like makes underdog a little better. When you blitz it out, you pay 2, hits the board. This will drain your opponent for 1. So really just costs 1. And then when this is blitzed out, you can attack with it and deal 3. Then you can tap her, sack the blitzed underdog, and draw 2 cards. Just like really insane. It came up a lot. Playing this and then playing the gas and like draining them for 1. Or playing the Graveyard Trespasser under this is like, this will ping you for 1, gain 1, and then Trespasser comes out and pings you for 1 and you gain 1. So like it's pretty cool. So she had a lot of applications. She won me like a lot of games. Just interesting. Calidus, because he's amazing in every sense of the word. Beats graveyard decks. It's got lifelink, gets bigger, makes things. Card does 4 things for 4. It's great. And then Sheldred, because, you know, Sheldred. Sorcery is an instance. I played 4 Thoughtseize because it's a black deck. Now, the 4 Deadly Disputes is what is the combo off with this, with the Ghast. So, Swamp, Ghast, Swamp, pass, opponent attacks, block, sack, draw 2 cards, make 2 treasure tokens, turn 3, invoke Despair, turn 3, meat hook for 3, turn 3, Graveyard Trespasser, Aetherborn, turn 3, Sheldred. Like, it just puts you 2 turns ahead of your opponent, and it's like really, really good. Deadly Dispute was also being used in ways of like your opponent would do things like find a way to deal with the Trespasser. So they would target it, you let them pay the ward cost, they'll discard a card, and then you'll dispute it, and then you get and then you get like a treasure token, which is like insane. So I wouldn't trade this out for anything. Me and my teammate Jake, we were talking about like playing 3 of these so that we can play more of the Fatal Push. I only played 2 Fatal Pushes. I would have loved to play 4, but then we were looking at like cards that are disposable, and we were thinking that like Deadly Dispute or the Shambling Ghast, and we just didn't see that as like a good enough option. So we were just like, if you don't play 4, then if you don't play 4 of this, then you don't play Ghast. If you play 4 Ghast, it's not like you can't play 4. They come as package deals, 4 and 4. I don't know. You tell me. What do you think? That's really it for the instant sorceries. For the walkers, you gotta play Liliana. This card's too good. It gets around the ward cost of cards. It stabilizes games, puts you ahead. It's insane. MVP of the deck of the day, Invoke Despair. Whole deck was built around it. If you don't know what this card does, like, you know, it says if you're winning, win more. If you're behind, stabilize. It's great. And then the next one, of course, is the Meat Hook Massacre. I guess these 2 cards are great in Standard right now. Again, this was a Pioneer event. So, I mean, this card was insane. Against every aggro deck, you just Meat Hook. I played a mono white player. No, I think round 4, and then just blows him out. Top 8, I played red deck wins, blew him out. In the finals, when I played against Spirits, X is 1. You know, if you don't have the counter spell, you lose your board, and then like everything has lifelink, so your Spirits are 1/1s. So good luck. That's actually exactly how I won. Actually, just Meat Hook and draining, which is cool. My opponent in the finals was really cool though. Really nice guy. For the mana, 2 Castle Lochwin. I wish I played a 3rd. Wish I had a 3rd. Because I would play 3 of these over 2 any day. 2 Field of Ruin. This card put in more work than I thought when I put it in the deck. Dealing with like Bone Crushers, dealing with like 4 cost cards. You can like Field of Ruin the black red dual land. Can't remember the name off the head. Kill it, get a swamp, and then Fatal Push it and kill it because it's permanent. It's pretty cool. I played 1 Hive. I hate this card because it messes up your curve sometimes, which is why the treasure tokens are there to like fix this issue. Not specifically for that, but like you can. But I would never not play it because creature lands are great. So just 5 special lands and then 16 Pokemon land. So yeah, there's 21 land in the deck. I flooded once today, so not so mad. I think it's probably my fault anyway because I didn't shuffle good enough. Day Night, Treasure, and the team. Most of the team plays Digimon, so you know I gotta rep them when I'm when I'm doing my thing. It's Fairy, and then because I come from Yu-Gi-Oh, my favorite monsters in that game, the Ojamas. So for the sideboard, I don't know if this is standard, but like I played 4 Duress and 2 Go Blank for the blue-white control because beating that deck is like damn near impossible. Just because like I guess my hand has to be like really good because Invoke Despair would just get countered. Meat Hook I have to play on 2 so that when they wrath the board, they burn for something. So I don't know. It's my hardest matchup, so I just played this. For the other 2 Fatal Pushes because we couldn't fit them in the main. 2 Infernal Grass, Hero's Downfall. So the Hero's Downfall and these cards were going to come in against blue-white just so I can shoot the Planeswalkers because I feel like they're important to like take out. I sided, and then the Cling to Dust was for Rakdos, but I didn't really side against my Rakdos opponents because my deck inherently just beats theirs. So, you know, it's just there. My favorite card in the side is Necromentia. Nobody can tell me otherwise. This is like my favorite card on the side. I was afraid of fighting Greasefang because I think I could beat that deck a lot of the time. I think, but like I really do feel like calling Greasefang with this. Like I don't know what else the deck does except make Chariot, and then I just have to out Chariots, and I have Meat Hook to deal with the 2/2s. Like Little Kitties is fine. I can deal with that. Against this would probably come against blue-white control because I can just name Teferi, but it'll probably get countered. So I think the Duresses will just do it. Against green, you can call Karn, and that kind of like stops them. Then you just have to deal with Cavalier of Thorns, just really annoying because you kill it and you get value. That whole deck is like nutty. So like that was it. Like that's the deck. Pioneer event. I now have my invite. I'm going to Atlanta, and yeah, the experience was great. It was fun. If I could change anything about the deck, I would really try to find a way to put the 2 Fatal Pushes in somehow, some way. I don't exactly know what I would do. Yeah, 2 more Fatal Pushes, 1 more Castle. That's what I would change. But yeah, that was the deck list. If you guys like this, comment, tell me I suck, do whatever you want. I'm not really concerned with all the negativity. So, Team Theory out.